Now it's time to install the Mercylion dashboard camera. We have actually two cameras, two dashboard cameras which we're gonna mount. One is with a display already mounted on the handlebar, and the other one it's with a control panel. Let's check it out. I'm here with my friend ALAMI. Hi ALAMI. Hello.
Hi Arthur.
We're part of our project ALAMI and Arthur, where we test your products, we install them on our bikes and try to give you a proper feedback. We're considering that these Mercylion dashboard cameras are a quality product. We just want to test it, to mount it on the bike, and now let's go back to see how we decided to mount it on our bike, on my Honda Transalp. So we've mounted the display camera on the handlebar, just close to the phone. Anyway, we're gonna change here because I'm gonna position my phone to a GPS support on the back of the windscreen. Now we've attached it to this position to be more visible, also when we're gonna film the review. And now we attached the other cables to the battery in order to have power for this dashboard camera. Now we're speaking about the Mercylion M1502. This is the motorcycle dashboard camera which we're installing first, the one with this display attached to the handlebar. We have everything included. We've started already with the unboxing, so you were able to see what we have inside. And now we're moving to mounting. Of course, we're gonna place the front camera either on the crash bar or underneath the headlight, and backwards I think under the rear rack. It's a good positioning, but we just have to check it out. The quality of the product, it's quite good, starting from the cables, starting from the cameras itself. We're speaking about the quality of the camera. We actually have a 3M sticker on the back side, and you can see, starting from the cables, starting from the product quality, we're speaking about a quality product. And why I'm saying that, because we've already have a comparison. You can check out our previous dashboard camera installations which we did on our previous videos, and we can compare now with other products. And what I can say, and ALAMI can confirm, because he has mounted on his scooter, he has a lot of dashboard cameras already mounted, one on his scooter, one on its Africa Twin, and now we're gonna mount this Mercylion on my Transalp, and we can definitely say that this product, it's quite a quality one.
A lot of difference.
Yes.
A big difference between these cables, the plugs, and the other products.
And the other products, yes.
Yeah,
the cables and the plugs from the cables are quite quality made. We want to make room for these cables underneath the fenders on the front side, and we don't want to get in the way of the fork. Of course, these cameras, all of these dashboard cameras, most of them are coming without a battery inside the actual display, so you need to connect them. They take this power source from the bike's battery, yes, and yeah, this is it. Maybe some might consider this an inconvenient, because you need to unmount, you need to make room for these cables. But once you did it, you did it just one time, and then it will be much easier for you afterwards to connect everything, especially if the products are compatible, so to speak. Maybe, for example, we've checked the cables because we wanted to mount this dashboard first, and then let me show you. We have the other product which doesn't have a display controller. This is the Mercylion M1000. So we have also the Mercylion M1000. This is it, the Mercylion M1000. This is also dashboard camera, much more minimalistic, without the display, but you have only a remote controller. This type of product, this one, the M1000, it's more suited if you have a lot of products already installed on your bike. For example, if you have navigation, if you have your phone and you don't have too much space, or you're using either a scooter, then perhaps this one, the M1000, is it for you. We don't have too much left. We just need to connect the plus, the minus. It's an easy job, but you need to be careful. You need to take your time and relax a little bit. We've decided to mount it here in this number support. It doesn't block the visibility of the stoplight, and I think it's a good positioning. Also for the sticker underneath. We're gonna make also a test ride to check it out and see its functionality. This is the Mercylion 1502. We have also the Mercylion M1000. This is the remote. The remote also good quality, and it has here a different material on the front side and on the backwards, where the friction theoretically it's higher. Speaking about the cables, on each single cable you have written here front, rear, everything it's written here, and you cannot be mistaken when you connect the cables. Of course, they are waterproof, the connections are very reliable. So what's next, Alami? What we gonna do next?
We're gonna find the best bracket to use to fix this
mode controller, yeah.
I'm thinking about somewhere here, maybe.
Ah, okay, it's nice, and the access, it's very good. This is the solution. I think it's a great one, founded by my friend Alami. All right, so we have the commands here very close. We have it here on these buttons. We can access it. Now it's time to turn it on and connect it to the battery. The front camera, we're gonna place it underneath the headlight, and of course now it's detecting the TF card, which is provided by Mercylion. We have to click OK. Please wait. And we have image, and of course now it's detecting the TF card, which is provided by Mercylion. We have to click OK. Please wait. And we have image live. We've connected it to the battery. For the front camera, you have an arrow, an indicator arrow, and you can adjust it properly. You have a pretty wide angle. You can check it out here. You have also a compass. You have a lot of information here on the dashboard display. This will be also recorded to the TF card provided. Now we have the live display. I hope you are able to see it somehow. And what we have, we've chosen to have different information displayed over here. We have the front camera, rear camera. We have the altitude, the compass, the temperature, pressure, air pressure. We have the date, the geographical positioning, kilometers per hour, and we can also record the sound, and it changes through the cameras. You have the rear camera, which I think is one of the most important. I think the rear camera, to see the rear camera here, it's very important. I think it's one of the most important things, because in front you're gonna see, and what you actually need on a motorcycle is to have a wider angle on the rear side, and help you together with the rear mirrors to have display image of the blind spots. Yes, indeed, the blind spots are visible on this display. And now we pair this remote by pressing long press start, and we can pair the remote with the dashboard. You can see here we have also another speed indicator. You have a compass and altitude, time, Quite a lot of things to be displayed here. Okay, and now we connect the remote. We stop it, and now we start it. You need to play a little bit with the buttons once you are in the menu, and to go out you can press the menu here longer, and you have a lot of settings in order to be displayed on the dashboard. And now we're gonna leave it to the rear camera. I think it's quite important for me, at least. I like it. I can see the rear, I can see the front, but the front, to be honest, I don't need. Okay, let me switch it to the rear only. Perfect, perfect. I can see it. I can see it there. I like the fact that it's very small and it's somehow compact, but with the good visibility, and it doesn't take too much space. But man, what a visibility on the back. On the rear I can see perfectly the blind spots. The recording, it's 1080p 30 frames per second. I think it's more than enough. We're gonna check out the footage later. What is nice is that we have the actual positioning. You have a lot of information displayed, the geographical position, the date, everything. It's displayed there in case you need it, in case you need the footage, you need the information. The screen gets into the screensaver mode, so to speak, after a while, but pressing the commands here makes it easier to get it on again. You can make pictures, you can turn it on, turn it off. I can see the car behind me, and I can imagine there is a better position for this one over there, but you don't have too good access afterwards getting your hand to the GPS mount. So I recommend placing this controller somewhere on the handlebar. I think close to your left hand, it's a good choice. Somewhere close to your left hand. I like it. It's a safety, let's say a safety measure, installing this Mercylion M1502. I think it's a safety measure which is quite useful, especially if you're riding in the city, or not even in the city, but usually, you know, in the city there is a lot of traffic, and usually you need to ride carefully. Right. The image has no lag, has no latency. It's straight and very clean. The visibility, it's pretty good. Let's check out the other cameras. Okay, now we have both cameras over there. With the upper button you can actually start recording. We still have the rear. The positioning of the camera, it's pretty good. And as I mentioned, there is no latency over there. Now we have the front camera installed on our display. This one, I don't think it's so useful. Alright, it will record anyway, the front, and you are able to see much better in the front. But what you're interested in is checking the blind spots, checking the rear spots which are not visible. I feel somehow you have this protection feeling, that you're feeling more protected somehow because everything is recorded around you. And I encounter such situations. Remember last year when I was coming home, one car just crossed my face, and I had a collision on the left side. And it would have been really useful to have this as a video document extra. So this is very helpful. In some countries even the legislation requires that you have one of these installed on your dashboard camera installed on your vehicle. Either it's a car or it's a motorcycle. With the cars is much more simple. Maybe they have already installed from the factory such devices, but when it comes to the motorcycle, yeah, we are somehow not such well protected from this perspective. By pressing longer these setting buttons, you have only the tachometer display, the compass, and the elevation, the geographical position, the time pressure, the air pressure, and this is it. You can even choose to have as a display this small screen, as you can see it now, and then we can go back to the other options. We need first to go on the settings. We need to stop the recording and then go on the settings, and we have record audio. We can put it on, posterior mirror on, anterior image rotation on. After we get out of these settings, by pressing the down button, we can toggle between the camera views. So let's use the rear as the main and the front like a picture-in-picture. I think this is a good one. Don't worry about it, it will record anyway the views, front and rear. Alright, so when we just click on the upper button to stop the recording, then we are able to toggle through the camera views. When the recording is on, we cannot toggle between the camera views from what I can see. Stop the recording, and now we can toggle it. So first you need to choose your camera view, your angle, toggle through the camera views. Either you want picture-in-picture or either you want only the back. You can see, wow, I can see so clear on the back. Now I would like to record and move forward. This Mercylion, it's quite friendly with the battery. It has a protection system for the battery, so don't worry about it. The on and off button from the controller is not a stopping button for the display. It's just stopping of the display, so it's like a screensaver. It's for you as a safety measure to keep your eye focused on the road and not on the display. You make your setting, and this is also my recommendation when you're riding, especially when you're riding during the night or even during the day. I highly recommend that you leave the display off, and only when you're stopped or when perhaps you are on a headlight, it will be useful. Okay, let me check it, or let me change the angle. It doesn't make sense to make maneuvers during your ride because it's quite unsafe. So once you get used with this device and with this type of devices, because there are plenty of them on the market, the one from Mercylion, the M1502, looks like a quality product, very discreet, very quality, useful, very user friendly with the settings and with the commands, with everything. It offers you plenty of information straight from the source. I've placed a link in the description with all the information you need to order the Mercylion M1502 on a special price. This was the Mercylion 1502. I was quite happy about this product so far. And now we're moving to the next one, to the Mercylion M1000. The thing is, I thought that we could connect the cables from the M1502 to the cables from M1000 in order to make an exchange of products, just leave the cables on and then make an exchange of products. But unfortunately we need to use all the cables and everything from the M1000, so they are not compatible. The cables are not compatible because the devices are offering different types of experience. One it's with the display on, one it's without the display, only with the command panel. So now we're gonna move to mount the M1000, the Mercylion, and we're gonna see the differences between them. Just a short briefing before we move to the M1000, the Mercylion M1000, just a short briefing regarding how to put the wires on the battery. So we have the yellow one to the plus.
The positive.
This is the positive, yellow one. The negative is the black one. And of course we have the red one, which is accessory. It says on the cable accessories, and this will be mounted, ALAMI, on the accessory plug.
Yes. Usually we use the accessory plug of the motorcycle.
And usually, as ALAMI said, we are using the accessory plug of the motorcycle. And this is basically everything which you need. And the negative is actually the mass. The ground, yes, so this is... and now we take it out and we're starting to move to the M1000 Mercylion. This is the Mercylion, yes, the Mercylion M1000. We have the rear one, the rear camera display there. The camera is slightly different, has a different shape, also has the 3M sticker underneath, but the shape of the camera, it's a little bit different. The cables are still quality made. Yes, these are quality made. This is the box, the other camera with the front, B007 front. This is how it's written. I think we have less cables. What do you think here? I think there are a little bit less cables. We need to check it later. This is the command. I think it connects automatically. The TF card, it's included. It has both. They have a GPS on the rear for positioning, for altitude, for the air pressure, for everything. You have the sensors on the rear. We're now checking the handlebar bracket, the handlebar mount, which is similar with the previous one. E la fel ca cealaltă? It's pretty similar with the one from M1502. We've managed to make room for the cables to the command control. From my previous experience with the M1502, I will recommend to place it as close as possible to your left hand, to your command hand, because the access should be very fast and very easy to this device. You don't want to raise your hand too far away from the control. You want to have it to your disposal. And my recommendation is to place it as close as possible to the left arm. It's better to keep all the accessories on the left side, because you don't want to disturb the right hand with the acceleration. With the right hand you need to accelerate and to brake, of course, and to brake. And this is very important, and you don't want any complicated or accessories to be mounted on the right. You just wanted to mount it on the left side. Let me show you how we've managed. It has 3 adjustments, and we've managed to place it in the line with the rear mirror, with the left mirror, yes. And now it's aligned and it's very straight. It's coming perpendicular to the handlebar, and it looks also very good. If you don't have a telephone mount, you can even mount it on the middle, but as I mentioned before, it will be more difficult to access it with your left hand. We're using the same positioning for the rear and the front camera. We have managed to install the app on the iPhone. I had some trouble installing the app on the Android, and here are the settings. We have basically the Wi-Fi, the password, which is 1234567 This is the password, the default password. Wi-Fi name, it's M1000. We have the live resolution, which is not full HD, it's 720p. The video resolution, it's full HD, 30 frames per second. Loop recording, it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We have the record audio, we can put it on, the audio recording. Date watermark, we would like to have it, the date, we put it on. G sensor sensitivity, parking monitor, collision warning, which by the way is not supported. Picture resolution, it's 12 megapixels, this is the highest. Let's click OK. And basically this is the image which you get here. It starts automatically recording. You can put it on full screen. And now we have the console over here, and we have the phone. And on the phone's on the app from the phone, on the phone's app, we have displayed what we can see actually in the cameras. We have the rear view, and we can switch it, we can toggle it. Now we have the front view. Now we have the rear again, and we have the picture in picture, which is only with the front view, and the small picture it's with the rear. I'm gonna leave it to the rear as usual. I think it's one of the most important views which we need to see. And let's go and test it, test the footage on the streets. There are not so many information displayed such as we have for the M1502. The difference, it's clear, not only that we don't have a dashboard or a dash cam actual with a live footage, but we don't see so many information displayed. So the app, it's pretty simple. We can stop the wreck, we can start the wreck, and we can use the commands here. Let's check it out, what actually these commands are doing. You can lock the video. The video will be locked in case you have an issue or an emergency. You can lock the video, you can unlock it afterwards. It starts recording, and we have the picture, and when we press it, we can actually make a picture. And this is it, guys. We're test riding now this product, the M1000, the Mercylion dashboard camera M1000. We've mounted it, we put the phone, and I think this is a very practical solution if you're riding a scooter, if you're riding even a motorcycle. When you have installed already on your dashboard plenty of stuff, you can adjust it and connect the controller from the M1000 with your phone. We have the iOS app. Let's put back the seat and move forward. On the phone we have some delay, we have some lag, but this is not important what we see on the phone. It's important what we see on the actual footage. We've recorded for a couple of minutes, and we're gonna record it continuously. Alright, so now what I like about it, it's the thing that I see much bigger, the image, the rear image, now it's much bigger. Even though it's a little bit slower, we have some lag. It's pretty helpful, and I will highly recommend that you mount your phone on the GPS mount just in front to have a better visibility. But now I can see the rear car, I can see much better without looking in the mirror what I have behind me. Now I can see the image, it's somehow inverted. Maybe I have the possibility to mirror somehow this image, but still it's what's important for me, it's what I have in the actual rear, in the front, in the blind spots, because on the mirror I have access. And now you see how clear I see the rear. It's like a double mirror. Very helpful, very helpful. It gives me a lot of confidence. In the same time, what I'm observing is that the image which I'm seeing here, the vehicles, they seem much far away that you can see them in the mirror. In the mirror you see the vehicles closer to you. In some mirrors, of course, there's also a message. The vehicles might seem closer to you in this mirror. In the mirror you see the vehicles closer to you. In some mirrors, of course, there's also a message. The vehicles might seem closer to you in this mirror. But anyway, I'm very pleased to see the image quite clear. I can even see the number of the car behind me. This type of devices, they can bring you, let's say, an extra safety measure. And I find it, this type, especially this Mercylion M1000, I find it more useful for scooters, because in scooters usually you don't have so much space on the handlebar. Everything it's over there, somehow surrounded by fenders, by plastics. So this device, I find it more useful for the scooters. You can find easier place for this one on the mirror, close to the mirror, and so on. It's quite important for me to have these two products, and I'm able to make a comparison. I was quite curious, and I was very interested about those products to add some extra safety when riding, because I encounter some issue, and especially in my hometown, the traffic, it's kind of crazy sometimes. It's improving, but here you don't have the possibility to turn off the screen. You can actually turn off the phone, and what I've noticed is when you turn off the phone, the recording continues, so you don't lose it. Just be careful, because here what you see in the screen, in the phone screen, what's behind looks much far away than it looks on the mirrors. This I must say. And I didn't have that impression with the Mercylion M1502. With this one, the cars, they look a little bit too far away than they actually are, or than I can compare with the mirrors. Just check it out. As I mentioned, it's, although we have a small holiday, the traffic sometimes, especially in these junctions, the pedestrians are not respecting anything. I'm seeing the rear, but in the same time both front and rear are recording. Just keep that in mind. So maybe you would like to choose the simplicity of the M1000 dashboard camera from Mercylion. I've placed in the description all the information you need regarding these two products. Either you would like something simple as the M1000, or you would like something more advanced or much fancy, like it's the M1502, the Mercylion dashboard camera for motorcycles. For motorcycles, I repeat, because there are dashboard cameras for vehicles, for auto vehicles, but this one, it's designed for motorcycles. And I think this is a topic with the dashboard cameras. I think more and more producers should produce this type of cameras. I think they are very useful, and they bring an extra safety reason to have one of those. Overall, I've tested both of the options from Mercylion, the M1502 and the M1000. Now at the end, my conclusion is that I've tested the quality product, a useful product, and a product that I think it's for the future. It's a product that and this type of products, I'm pretty sure that they will develop more and more, and they will be somehow the products development in this area will increase in the next years. And why not, we need it as motorcyclists. We need this type of products to somehow have a certain safety plus in our rides. You all know how exposed we are. This exposure or this traffic exposure, it's sometimes it's our fault, but sometimes and many times maybe we cannot influence so much our behavior. Another thing which happens, you get a small lag for this one. It's stops or freezing for a couple of seconds and then just goes. Could be also because of the phone, but anyway, the recording, it's continuously. You see, it makes 3 minutes. After 3 minutes it goes back to 0. So we have 2 minutes 51, 52, 53, 54, and after it reaches 3 minutes, bam, it resets automatically to 0, and you know exactly that you're on the next video. Two products, the same purpose, to increase safety, to be helpful for you as a motorcycle rider or as a scooter rider. And I think one of these products could end up to you. You have all the information in the video description, all the links, all the discount codes, and you might want to check them out. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.